Namaste friends, I am Anurag Sahai and welcome to the Australia Wala channel. Today we are diving deep into some significant planetary shifts which has already happened on 30th of March 2025 at 4:40 a.m. Sydney time, and what they might mean for you and what it means for world around us. We are going to look into deep into it. I have already created a Hindi video, but this video is having more depth into it on the request of my friends. I'm making it. So let's get ready because these shifts are powerful. As you know, the major celestial event is approaching has already occurred on March 30th. A powerful constellation, a gathering of multiple planets, will occur in the second house Pisces. This indicates Venus, Mercury, the Sun, the Moon, Saturn, and Rahu, which we call Northern Node in English. Let's break down what it means planet by planet. So first is Sun. Uh, Sun in Uttara Bhadrapad Nakshatra, fourth leg, means Nakshatra means constellation. So the Uttara Bhadrapad constellation, Sun will be in the Uttara Bhadrapad constellation in the fourth leg. So Uttara Bhadrapad, ruled by Saturn, signifies wisdom, sacrifice, and endings. This placement suggests potential challenges to authority, a focus on social justice, and time for to reflect or to time for reflection. We might see significant changes in leadership and governance because Sun is marked as, or Sun denotes leaders, your soul, higher things in life. So when Sun and the Saturn, the planet Saturn, signifies justice. It's a planet of justice, karmic justice we call it. So when Sun is entering there means there will be some justice happening, or karmic justice happening or delivered to the people who are governing, the politician who are governing the countries, like politicians, the generals, the any higher authority, and they will be challenged also by public. Second is Mercury. It's again in Uttara Bhadrapad Nakshatra, the constellation in first leg. With Mercury joining the Sun in Uttara Bhadrapad, communication will be heavily challenged because Mercury denotes communication. And if it is in Saturn, influence of Saturn means the miscommunication will happen. People will not trust each other and they will might fight with each other. It's not only in relationships, it's also in communities, also between religious people or two religions as well as two countries. And you can see this effect happening, and this will be increased by this planetary position. Trust will be difficult to establish, so be discerning about the information you receive. The information warfare is happening, overload of information is happening, so be careful. Then the Venus in Uttara Bhadrapad again, constellation in first leg. Similarly, Venus in this nakshatra alongside with Sun and Mercury amplifies this relational problems, relationship problems. It is amplifying it. Anyhow, communication issues are happening, and now the Venus is also amplifying it. Be prepared for potential conflicts and misunderstandings in your relationships because Venus is also love affair. Moon is in Revati Nakshatra and in first leg. So Revati constellation is ruled by Mercury, represent compassion, endings, and nurturing. The moon the moon here will amplify emotional volatility and sensitivity. There is heightened potential for deception, and we should be especially concerned for vulnerable populations, the vulnerable people, the poor, or the people who cannot take care of themselves. We should be worried about them in this, or people will be there who will nurture them, but at the same time, in the name of nurturing them, there will be potential deception happening. People might deceive the goodness from you. So be careful, decipher the truth, but at the same time, help the needy. Saturn, in Purva Bhadrapad, in fourth leg. The constellation of Purva Bhadrapad, ruled by Jupiter, signifies transformation and purification. The word here to note is purification, means all the negativity will be burnt. Your negative thoughts and emotions has to go to come out successfully or unscratched by these challenging times of next 7 to 8 years. This indicates significant social and political changes along with challenges to public health and safety. So waterborne diseases or something that type of things might happen, or the issues of water maybe will be there because it's all in Pisces, right? So it's a water sign, and so be careful that water related issues might happen during this time. You have already seen like Queensland is flooded. Many places the natural disasters are happening right now. Rahu, that northern node in Purva Bhadrapada constellation in fourth leg. Rahu presence in Purva Bhadrapada constellation alongside Saturn significantly increases the likelihood of deceptive practices and hidden agendas. Be very cautious because this practice, right, hidden agendas and deceptive practices, be careful with that because Rahu wants to fulfill its greed. So people who are falling from these power positions, or people who like to exploit this situation, they might deceive others and they might be acting in greed. So be careful because they might have hidden agendas to decipher the truth before you act. Be careful in these times. Um, so what about the other planetary positions? These six are in together. So other planets, the significant ones, briefly let's look into them. So Lagna, the main house, the first house, is in Aquarius and it is in constellation of Shatbisha. So Shatbisha Nakshatra in third leg. With Aquarius rising and Shatbisha ruled by Rahu in the first house, means the whole thing will be the whole graph. The first house represents your personality, your working. So the whole thing will be ruled by Rahu, the northern node. And you can think that whole, it is all about hidden agendas, unexpected events, and a focus on public health and healing. So be careful because of Rahu's influence in everybody's personality around us and even inside us. But the good news is there may be a surge in interest in alternative therapies. So the planets never bring only negative, there is a positivity also. So we'll talk about positivity and how to come to how to nullify these effects as much as possible. We'll talk about them also later on. So be there till the end. Then Jupiter is in Taurus, in Rohini Nakshatra, in fourth house, and in the fourth leg. Jupiter in Rohini, ruled by the moon, suggests potential economic growth, but also heightened materialism will be there. So heightened materialism, people like to grab this opportunity to get into money. Like people, when the war is there are some people who like to make money out of the war economy. We call it war economy, right? So we will likely see increased focus on agriculture and land related matters. So agriculture might be challenging because of the natural calamities as well as the issues of water. At the same time, land related matters will happen and court cases might be happening because of that. Then or maybe people are trying to acquire each other land. You might be seeing these days some type of land acquisition is happening even between the countries. Then Mars in Punarvasu for third leg and the fifth house. Mars in Purnavasu, ruled by Jupiter, indicates potential conflicts related to travel, communication, and legal matters. However, it also signifies resilience because people are going to be, because Mars makes people little or rather Mars creates a fighting spirit in everyone, because Mars is a general. People will like to sue each other, and so increase in cases or legal matters will happen. And Mars does not like to communicate well, but like to do certain things. So communication might be an issue. So even um, there is something, it is better, instead of fighting with each other, let's travel, make it easier for each other, right? Not to fight with each other. Be be patient with each other in communication and try to understand each other. Okay, next one, Ketu in Uttara Falguni Padma 2, that is second leg, eighth house. So Ketu in Uttara Falguni, ruled by the sun, suggests disruption in public service and a focus on health and hygiene. We might see challenges to established systems. So eighth again, eighth house is very significant, and hidden agendas, hidden things will happen. Something, the house of death also is called on the eighth. So Ketu there is in the in a challenging position, creating challenge for others in health and hygiene. So be focused on your health and make sure what you are doing is hygienic. Otherwise, you will lead into a lot of health issues will be happening. The smallest of the thing is that your stomach will get upset very fast in these times, and the old things will go away, the old establishment will go away, or challenges for the old establishment will be arising because of this. So this is what the planets are saying or telling us, that's what going to happen. But at the same time, let's look into the solution, the practical advice which we can get out of it, so we can nullify these effects. First is on the financial front, avoid shortcuts and quick gain mentalities. Okay, so this quick gain system or the mentality has to go away. There's no quick gains anymore. People should not take you for a ride because of this issue, that okay, I will give you 100,000 in 10 days, just invest 10,000 today. Don't buy those things anymore. Please, please, please do your due diligence before financial commitments, because Mercury is malefic, or rather getting into malefic sign. So what is happening is, uh, you your communication error will happen from your side also. So you are reading a contract or something, make sure you read it properly, or you can give it to somebody else, the your partner or somebody who can read it for you too, who is good in that, and together we can find out what is the issue in that contract, and then you sign those contracts. It will be helpful, because you should read the fine prints carefully, be aware of the hidden agendas. So make sure, do not haste in signing any contracts, short-term gains. Just make sure you have read everything properly and you have done your due diligence. Please be careful in the financial matters. Social division, this is again big time will be there, because with Aquarius rising, social unrest is possible. You might have seen in so many countries, I need not to name them, so many countries social unrest has started, and this time will accelerate that social unrest. Understand the full picture before making decisions. Avoid emotional manipulation and be mindful of public speech. Because whatever you're speaking in public, be careful about it. Um, and that's the reason I'm saying that this video is going public, and I will say that take it. I'm not here to frighten anyone, but I am here to create the caution inside you and how you can get out of it. That's my aim. So don't get afraid. Do not get into negative emotions of fear, or anger or depression or sadness by looking at my video. Please get into the higher one, that you have a way out of these frequencies, lower frequencies, into the higher frequency of love, um, love and joy. Okay, so avoid emotional manipulation. People are trying will give you information to divide the whole community into two parts emotionally. Do not get into those emotional manipulations. Be careful. about that. Then the health issues. Ketu in Virgo indicates potential health concerns. Seek expert advice. Be mindful of food and water. Avoid stressful content. Any stressful content, whether it is social media or anything else. Expert advice is needed. Do not take like you want to buy a car and you get the advice for a person who have never owned a car is a not good one, right? Not a good advice will be given. So people are do not go by the WhatsApp universities and try to understand things or just looking into internet for the answers. That's not going to help. You should be 100% sure that you are taking advice from the experts. And avoid stressful content. Do not stress yourself and pull yourself into negative emotions. Um, Practice Kriya, it will create high vibration for you. If you do not know, you can contact me also for Kriya. And then do your meditation every day. Meditation will take you to the high vibration. Or if you are a devotional person, you can do chanting, name chanting, or any type of chanting. There are so many ways in you can chant the name of the. If you don't have all these practices already done, you can join me free online sound meditation every Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Sydney time. I will give link in the description. Um, or if you are a person who like to, you are a devotional person and you want to join devotionally, so I'm Chalisa chanting every Tuesday 6:30 p.m. Sydney time. So you can join that also. I will give link in the description for that. Okay, next one, communication and information overload. People will be putting too much of information in your head. Why? Because Mars in Gemini can cause communication conflicts. Use social media wisely for learning or spiritual content. If you have to go into social media or communicate, then why not use this Rahu very well? Because Rahu also represents social media, internet. So why not use for the spiritual content or do some online learning courses or spiritual learning courses? You can listen to my podcast, which I have done with so many masters. You can listen them and you can get into the higher vibrations. Then technological disturbance will be there for some time at least. So expect technological problems. Keep local backups. Whatever is important for you, keep a local backup for that. Agriculture challenges might be there. Avoid holding food. Purchase only what you need because there is always enough for our need, but not for our greed. Because we have seen this in Corona times or the COVID times when people try to hold too much. Please do not do that. For all these challenges, turn inward for spiritual guidance. Okay, so I have given a specific now, or what can be a simple guidance for you is that any challenges turn inward for spiritual guidance. You are the better judge. If you sit still, detaching from all the emotion, you will be able to find the right guidance. If you have a guru, follow their advice, or if you have a guide or a coach, follow their advice. Our minds influenced by karma, isn't it? Our minds are always influenced by karma and can make poor decision during difficult times or challenging times because buddhi karmanu sarani. The buddhi, the intellect, always follow your karma. Keep your thoughts, speech, and action sattvic. Um, Try to be non-violent. Try to eat good things in life. Your food should be a nice food. What you hear should be a nice, loving things. What your thoughts are loving and caring thoughts. In your action also, 100% do not harm anyone. Even try not to harm animals as much as possible. And try to do things which are in sattvic in nature, which are helpful for others. My master Prem Nirmal Guruji always talk about others oriented approach. So help others in these times, needy times. It will create higher vibration. We can rewrite the whole um, um, future in a positive way if we are in the positive vibrations. Focus on your growth and conduct, not on correcting others, but to correct ourselves. Focus on your growth. Do not try to pick up arguments with others, trying to prove yourself right or prove them wrong. This is not the right time to do that, because it the Mars in picture, the Rahu in picture, the Saturn happening, the unrest is there, communication wars are there. People are not in a mood to concede. They are in a mood to ignite and to get into war. So be careful. Everybody is ready for a conflict. So do not increase conflict in your life. Maintain a high frequency like a plane flying above a storm, isn't it? So when I say high frequency, the frequency of acceptance, frequency of willingness, frequency of love, frequency of joy, frequency of bliss, these are enlightenment. These are the higher frequencies. These are the power frequencies. Do avoid all the negative frequencies of fear, hatred. These times will try to pull you into this. The environment, the facts, the data which is thrown to you might like to pull you down, but please do not get affected by that. Chant the name of your Lord, the person who you believe in, or you can focus on or you can observe your breath and make sure that you rise above these issues or these negative emotions. If once you are caught by this negative emotion, then till they will take you down and bring you down. It calls it down and dumb frequencies, right? So do not get into those frequencies. What we need to do, like an aeroplane, like a plane which is flying and encounters a turbulence zone or a storm, it goes above the cloud, and then it is not facing any storm because the storm is under it. Same way, we have to survive this 7 to 8 years going above these type of conflicts, remaining above, keeping our minds sane, and doing appropriate things, actions in appropriateness. Okay, we have to be meditative enough to understand what is appropriate in this situation. Do not get biased. Do not bring the biases of our culture, the biases of our conditionings which we are having. So do not get into that biases. We are human, and humanity is our first thing which we have to take care. Humanity is the first thing we have to take care. Be human first, and then you can raise your vibration above this storm. I hope this information helps you navigate the coming times. You can join me free online in sound meditation every Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Sydney time. Link is in the description. Or you can join me for Hanuman Chalisa chanting every Tuesday 6:30 p.m. Sydney time. Again, link is in the description. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. See you next time. Till then, stay healthy and stress free. Thank you.